What's happening, Double S, Sweet Science of Boxing? Hey, it's your homie, Mr. Capone. And today, before I start, subscribe, share this, tell a friend. So today I'm going to talk about Bivol versus Canelo. Obviously, that fight ain't happening yet. And there's a lot of Canelo fans and there's a lot of Canelo haters, right? So maybe not haters, we could say Canelo, let's show we want to see Canelo fight these fights. As you know, this weekend, well, maybe you don't know, but Bivol, he's a fighter out of same regions like Lomachenko and all them. He's originally from Kyrgyzstan, moved to Russia, raised in Russia, boxing guys boxing in Russia. He's a great fighter. He's a light heavyweight champion. He defended his title against the hard-hitting puncher who had 26 wins and 19 by knockouts. So he was up against just a grinder, a guy who has power. Bivol, who has power slash boxing skills, more on the boxing skill level. He totally outclassed the guy. It was a master class if you've seen the fight. And my topic is Bivol versus Canelo. So if you in the boxing game and you know you're boxing, you know for the last 5 years, maybe 3, 4, 5 years, people been saying, when is Canelo, because he wants to move up weight, this, that, stay in his weight, whatever. People say, when is he gonna fight better Beef, right? When is he gonna fight Bivol? They also said, when is he gonna fight Benavidez? In his same weight division that he's in right now, they asked when they're gonna fight one of the Charlo brothers, right? They asked him when he's gonna fight, who did I miss out of this? Triple G again, right? And they already fought twice, and everyone has their opinion. Some people say Triple G won them all. Some people say Canelo won it all. Some people say it was 1-1. And majority people, to me, I think people say 1-1. But at the end of the day, it's 1 and 1 tie. So who is Canelo going to fight next? There's a whole nother subject that we'll get on another podcast about. He's fighting some dude that in cruiserweight who lost to a couple people already, came out of nowhere. So it is what it is. Canelo's getting his belts. He wants that prize. He wants to stack the historical moments. The division was open. Usyk left it. There was no real champions there. And, they're fighting for a belt now. But back to what I'm saying, Bivol, Canelo. So let's get to that. I want to know your opinions if you're into boxing and you know you're boxing, because some people are into more whatever they know better. So if you know both fighters, what's your opinion on the fight? Do you think they're ever going to fight? Is that ever going to go down? At one time, there was talks about Bivol fighting Canelo, and there was real negotiations going down. And the way he boxed, I feel like Bivol can really give Canelo a test. I think Canelo needs to fight. There's 5 fighters in the list, 6 fighters in the list. Hey, 2 or 3 of them, beat 2 or 3 of them. Better Beef, it's a good matchup for Canelo. 2 power shotters. Better Beef's 100% knockout ratio. He's actually fighting next week, and I feel like he might have troubles with this next fight because this guy Marcus Brown is a very good fighter. And we seen him when he fought, what's his name? I forgot his name, but he was all bloody up, and that guy's a great fighter. So he's fighting a tough competition. But if he wins that, Better Beef definitely would be a great fight for Canelo. But Bivol versus Canelo is a matchup that real boxing people will know about. You know what I'm saying? So if this channel gets more past just my little community, you know what I'm saying? Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Bivol, Canelo, that you know what's going on. And then what do you think? You think that match could happen? You think it'll be a good fight? Who do you think wins? You think Canelo takes it easy? Do you think Bivol outboxes him? Now, I can break down the strengths and the weaknesses of each man that I perceive is in boxing. Canelo, we all know he's a great fighter. He can move. He got everything. He's fought 3 or 4 boxers. He's lost to 1 boxer. He won on a very, controversial thing. What's his name? The Cuban dude. He won that fight, but people say he lost it. There was another boxer he fought, I forgot, which was pretty close. And then he beat Sanders, which I thought was a boxer. and he was close fighting, but I mean he eventually took Sanders out, broke his orbital bone, so he handled Sanders at ease. But the record is a little closer with boxers compared to the sluggers that he fought that he took out easy, right? So we want to see more boxers fight Canelo, which would be a great fight, and that will make Canelo's like superiority in the boxing game that much higher. As of right now, he's definitely 1, 2 pound for pound boxers, top 3 guaranteed, no doubt about it. Just Tyson Fury, Crawford, and Canelo right now in the boxing thing. And Canelo is the most hyped, also the most right now making the moves. Tyson Fury is obviously the most hype and won against tough fights more. And then you got Crawford, who hasn't got the tough fights, but damn, every time he fights, it's just like you can see all kinds of skills on his set. So all 3 are definitely top dogs in the game. Canelo is a fan favorite. He's been holding down to me. Like, this is a whole nother subject, and I'll bring it up. To me, he's the best Mexican fighter in boxing as of today. Maybe in history, to me. He is actually that fighter in my eyes. And that's a whole nother podcast about, you know, is he the best Mexican fighter ever? But right now, to get that legacy of Floyd Mayweather, which he can definitely, even though he has an L on his record with Floyd Mayweather, if he can fight some of these guys and beat them at ease, and he keeps winning like that, why is Canelo not the greatest fighter now? Or why is he not the GOAT now, right? He can be that GOAT. And Bivol is one of the guys that's not known, right? So there's a lot of advantages on Canelo where Bivol's not been to the big stage. He's not seen the glamorous Vegas life. He hasn't seen that. He doesn't know the tricks of the trade. Where Canelo, you can't trick that guy. He's seen the tricks. He knows the hustle. He knows how to slip away, do the little extra things to win a fight, where Canelo has the advantage on that. So Bivol steps up to Canelo. Obviously, Canelo should be favored, but to me, it's a very close fight. And we will see how Canelo does. Now, obviously, Canelo beats him at ease. People are like, well, he hasn't been to the big fights. He hasn't seen, put him against another fucking guy, right? But look, you can get 2, 3 of those 5 guys. That's where the respect is drawn. After, you can't say no more. Now, he's been fighting other guys to me the last couple fights. He did his job. He won easy fights, took care of them quick, showed precise. He's building that resume. But the legacy will be definitely dope when he gets to these fighters. And to me, once again, he's a top 3 pound for pound fighter in the game. He's definitely representing well. He's got class. That's another thing. He's got a lot of class. He keeps his cool. He don't talk shit when he needs to. Yeah, we seen him a little loose on the last press conference. But hey, that comes with character as growing up. He's building his confidence also on that. He's the man. Like, he's the biggest payday right now in boxing for sure. I mean, I know Tyson Fury's getting big money too, but Canelo's definitely getting big money. He's surpassed all the Crawfords right now, and as they're struggling to right now get that big money, which they have the superb talent that they should, because if Crawford was in the same shoes of having these fights, Crawford is the motherfucker. He is badass. I mean, he's good. So Crawford can be that guy, you know? But as of right now, he hasn't got that fight. I think Crawford fights Spence. He can be that guy, right? But same with Spence. Spence beats Crawford. He can be that guy. But right now, we're not there. We're at Canelo, Bivol. And this is all about Bivol because Bivol watched it. He won his fight this weekend. And who's he going to fight next? We don't know. There's a guy, Ramirez, that guy is badass too. Now, I feel like Ramirez and Bivol can go either way, 50-50 also. And that guy could be the new Mexican superstar right there, Ramirez. And if that guy fights Bivol, which people are trying to make happen also, Bivol might be out the question, and Ramirez will be a new guy for Canelo, right? So there's a lot of options for Canelo, but Bivol right now is at his prime where he has to get that major fight. He has to get that fight. Obviously, if Canelo doesn't fight him, he's just going to have to keep fighting guys and dominating and winning until he gets a payday fight. and this is about Bivol and Bivol possibility versus Canelo. Um, I gotta give respect to boxers who can really win and are very talented and got that skill. And Bivol is that guy. But has he been in a big fight, meaning that superstar fight? Yeah, in his division, he's been dominating. Now, there's two guys in that light heavyweight division, Better Beef and Bivol. They all got the belts. That's another thing. They might end up fighting each other too. So you got Better Beef, Bivol, you got Marcus Brown, and then there's another name in the list that are up there, right? But as long as that goes right now, the talk is a hype, possible Bivol versus Canelo. If Canelo doesn't decide to fight the cruiserweight that he's supposed to fight, there's only Benavidez there that people want to see. There's only Charles brothers they want to see. They want to see Bivol, Better Beef, and maybe a Triple G Part 3. So on that note, that's my Bivol. If you haven't seen Bivol, go check out his fights. I'm a fan of his boxing. He's got skill. He's got good movement. And a Bivol versus Canelo would be a fight that I would watch. I would put pay-per-view money and watch it. And people are going to still watch Canelo regardless. But as a boxing, like to me, knowing a little bit about boxing, I feel like that's a fight that is a competition that I would love to see. And hopefully we can make it. You as the fans decide who do you think obviously wins, Bivol, Canelo. If you know about Bivol, we all know about Canelo. Let me know your statements and stuff. And shit, hey, it's another episode of Sweet Science Boxing. And don't count both of them out. Canelo's still young, Bivol's still young. So we might see each other. They might see each other in 3 years. Anything is possible, and then we can come back and watch my podcast and say, hey, was Capone right or was Capone way off? Only time will tell, baby. Sweet Science of Boxing. I told you it's gonna be a good fight. It'll be a great fight. It wouldn't be an easy fight, and anyone can win. So yay. Another episode of Sweet Science Boxing. Your home with Mr. Capone. Bivol versus Canelo. Possibility. We'll see. Keep subscribing. Much love, and I'm out.